Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to introduce a new series called Behind the Punish, which we will firstly have our first guest, which is Mosquito, a big friend of mine, and I wanted him to be the first guest because he has like elevated my skill level from from basically being a scrub to being a better scrub. So
That's good. That's good.
So,
So now you're on my level.
yeah. I would say a bit low. So, but he's taught me so much, and I wouldn't want anyone to be first except for him. So, say hi, Mosquito.
Yeah.
Tell us about
Hi.
yourself a bit.
Hi guys. Thank you very much for having me. It's really an honor, really.
Yeah.
And
Getting
yeah.
interviewed by a Malteser, man. It's such a big honor, man.
So yeah, as you know, I play Eddy now for how many years is it now? Like 7.
7.
It has to be. It has to be about around 7 years.
And
yeah.
and I'm only. This is my first ever Tekken, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's.
You're all 17er. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a young boy, man. I'm a young boy. Now the rules are simple. I ask my opponent several questions while both of us are fighting each other, so we can truly know what's behind the punish. So Mosquito, basically, I've seen your Instagram, right? I've been stalking
Oh damn, you have.
I've been stalking you a bit, okay?
Oh, that's it. Okay.
And I see you've been training capoeira. Is there any reason why you like try to do the sport?
Yeah, that's actually a really good question. So it's kind of, oh, damn, it's really hard to focus on the match. I can feel it now. I thought it's going to be way easier, but all right. Okay, now I'm getting juggled. So actually the first thing that happened is that I started practicing capoeira first, and then I started playing Tekken.
So there wasn't any correlation between you and Eddy?
There actually was, because at some point I was playing a lot of like football, not the American version, but the
The normal version?
the normal version. Fuck. And I didn't want to do it anymore because I was just like, okay, damn. I had a girlfriend at that time, and I was like, okay, if I want to be like kind of, being able to protect her and stuff, I should learn some self-defense. And I didn't want to go with anything traditional like karate, kung fu, or taekwondo.
Oh, yeah.
So
You just
I remembered.
Yeah.
I remembered like I was playing as a kid. This game Tekken 3. I was like 6 years old or something, way back. And I remembered like one character. Like I was thinking about it. Like, okay, there was one character beating people up by doing breakdance. How come? So I was googling it and I found out, okay, it's capoeira. It's like a real martial art.
Let me do this, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, that looks cool. I like that style, and let me learn it. And I was googling in my hometown if there's some teacher who was teaching it, and I actually found a small group, and I went to a couple of trainings there, a couple of classes, and I really loved it, so I stuck to it. And yeah, till today I'm still
training actively.
Yeah, still training. Yeah.
Okay, like that's better than me, bro. Because honestly, I'm really when it comes to exercise, I try to do my best, but like food is too good, man. Food is too good.
Food is too good. Yeah, we can't really say that here in Germany, so it's fine. But the beer is good.
The beer. In what we have both, bro. That's like a minus in my case, man.
Damn. Oh, shit.
Okay, I wanted to ask you another question. So basically, my experience when joining to a Tekken team has like driven me much more to play better at Tekken. Okay.
Yeah.
How did it feel when you joined your first Tekken team? I think now is TDB your first?
Oh damn. The Dutch Bros are actually like my first esports team I joined, and it was really I kind of felt honored when
they approached you.
They approached me, from like the manager or the leader of the whole organization, and he approached me and told me that, we've been making like how do you say, like, people are talking about you since your performance at Tekken Mania and stuff, and I was really happy to hear that because I didn't think that many people were even like interested in those like smaller tournaments. It was the one where I really took off was 96 plus dojo event, and we had people like Asim and Devil Kazuya from Italy. And
speaking of that, I had a question on them, man. Okay.
Oh shit! All right, yeah.
It's Stakes Dojo basically. So, and I saw your smash, and it said you beat Sefi Black, Asim.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, yo, bro, how, bro? How did you feel after winning against those top players? Like, Asim is basically top first UK player. Like, a lot of people have said this, that he's that good. And even Sefi Black is one of the most.
He's the best in Germany.
Best in Germany. See, so you've beaten two best players in Europe, bro. How did you feel? Like, I would have like. I don't know. Basically, I would have done anything, man, to be in your shoes right there.
It was kind of crazy because, like, in a different tournament, I already beat Sefi Black, and in the other tournament, I almost beat him. So it was kind of like a back and forth with me and Sefi Black, and but I think he won more than I won against him in tournament.
Really? So you have a better track record than.
Oh no, he has. He has. Like, we played like I think 5 or I don't know, maybe 6 times in tournament, and I beat him like 2 times, I think. Yeah, I beat him 2 times in tournament. So when I did that again in Tekken Mania, I was really proud, and I was really like, okay, I knew I could do it, and
you just had to believe in yourself.
Yeah, I really had to basically also play his gameplay because he's really like
explosive.
He is really like defensive, but he tries to find your weakness, and if he like gets one chance, you're basically dead because he takes that chance. Like, he's so precise, and his gameplay is like phenomenal.
It's through the roof, yeah.
So I had to play really patient as well, and I feel like with Eddy you can do that because you can like backdash a lot.
You can play a lot like Korean, like when you play Eddy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can backdash a lot, space out, and only go for safe moves. That's like the biggest weakness, I think, that where the people have the most trouble to play not risky as Eddy, because he's literally like a walking 50-50. But his 50-50s are of course really deadly because you can just die for guessing wrong. And
like
you have to play like. Go on. Sorry.
Like, when I learned to accept that he's just always in a bad situation, then I said, oh, okay, so I have to play more safe.
Yeah,
and it's very difficult to understand that concept when you're trying to learn. Like, this was my first Tekken, and he was my first character as well, so imagine saying I'm always minus, man. This ain't good.
Yeah, that's true. Like, this is a thing that his mix-ups are really strong if you land them, and if they get blocked, you basically die. Especially like against experienced players, it's really tough.
Yeah, when they labbed you, because like he's from season 1, most people already labbed Eddy, and they know what to do. If they don't, then it's their fault basically.
Especially like in tournament settings, you play against a lot of people who have so much knowledge already, like legacy knowledge, because Eddy's been there since forever. And he hasn't really changed during the seasons, so it's pretty tough to adapt, to adapt to adapt a new playstyle to surprise your opponent. So it's really hard in general, in my opinion, to play with him on a higher level.
On a higher level, yeah. For example, most people tend to see when you say an Eddy main, they think of Jonding. But nowadays he changed to Julia. Why would us Eddy mains stick to Eddy when one of our best players changed the side, And
well, that's a good question. Yeah.
What do you think? Like, how did it affect you when still sticking by Eddy?
When I saw that Jonding is changing.
Yeah.
So basically, for me, it was kind of how can you say it? It was logical. That he's going to do it. Because he's like a really known tournament player, one of the best in Korea, I would say. especially when thinking about the stuff that he did with Eddy. It's just so crazy that he even won like CEO, and he even got like, what was it, second place at or third place
COTO, COTO as well.
as well. And as a last chance qualifier, he got like
He-
fourth or something. I don't know.
with Eddy, always being with Eddy, while Leroy
Exactly.
has been
Like
out.
he even beat like a Pakistani Zafina player with Eddy, which is just so fucking hard. And but he's like a tournament player. He goes to many tournaments. I'm like, if you want to win those tournaments, you have to pick a character that's really good, or you have so much faith that you can just beat those people up with low tiers. But yeah, when it comes to that, I was like, okay, it's fine. I mean, I know where he's coming from, so it's okay that he picks Julia now.
Okay.
But for us, I think it's just, or for me especially, it's just like I just can't play Eddy, dude. I don't know any other character. I'm not. I always said to myself, like, I'm not a good Tekken player. I'm a good Eddy player.
Eddy player. Okay.
And that's the big difference.
Yeah, most people tend to mix things up. Like when most of people say I'm good at Tekken, they really mean they're good at playing that one individual in Tekken. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but it's not bad. I
it's
think
not bad.
because if you
Because like my first tip I would give to beginners is always stick to the first character you pick.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, you get so mixed up that it's basically done for, man.
Nice.
It's basically done for.
Yeah, it is. Because you get yourself too much confused if you try to learn as many characters as possible. If you haven't even understood the like Tekken yet, like in its whole complexity and stuff.
Okay.
And for me, it was really enlightening when I tried to play characters like Lei, for example, or Miguel, because having a sidestep changes the meta. Meta actually. It's crazy.
Why do you sidestep on a 3D game, man? It's
it's just so crazy. Like you can sidestep with Eddy as well.
But
Some strings are actually unique sidesteppable only to Eddy.
Yeah, but that because I've had an argument on Discord. Like I said, since he can sidestep, like they were arguing that he has a good sidestep, Eddy. But I said it doesn't mean because he can sidestep specific strings, he's good at sidestepping. Because normal strings that could be sidestepped by anyone, he doesn't have like they don't allow him to do it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like it's so much more than just stepping moves at the right time. It's just like it's a part of your neutral play. And once you think about that, it's just like you're basically not option selecting, but you're making the life of your opponent really hard by constantly stepping a little bit when you're a little bit out of range. And so moves tend to whiff more if you can build in sidestep in your neutral, which is not really possible for Eddy, because if he sidesteps in a range like that's more far away than range 0, then it's basically like not really relevant if he does it or not. But for other characters, it really changes a lot. So yeah, that's why it's a unique situation.
Okay, so fuck.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm in the vortex. So my first not online, offline tournament abroad was the Greece Challenger event, Clash of the Olympians, where I got to meet Jean Ding there.
Yeah, nice.
And I wanted to ask you, how was your first abroad tournament? Like, what were you thinking, and like what were your expectations going into it? Because my expectation was to not go too low, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Like, I had the same.
Because since I'm like from a small country, if I go to a tournament, I have to represent mostly my country, because I'm almost the only one there who's Maltese.
That's true.
I just wanted to know how did you feel going to your first tournament?
I have to remember what was the actual first tournament, but I think actually it was during the first Tekken World Tour, the event in Barcelona.
Okay.
And I had the same thing, because I think I was the only German at that tournament. Yeah, I think it was like that. So, and it was like You know, first season of Tekken and
Like
the
no,
first Tekken World Tour, the challenger events weren't that big.
big,
Like we
big.
had, I think, 70 people, maybe 80,
Mhm.
something like that. And it was quite funny because we were in this like weird venue because there was a whole convention around it, and the tournament was part of the venue where the whole convention was at. And I think I played I don't even know if I played my first two matches in bracket. But they had to shout out the people's
The
name.
people that
And the problem is that they had heavy Spanish accents. And if you combine that with like stupid gamer tags that are in English or whatever language, it's not really guaranteed that you hear when you are getting called. So they had to disqualify a lot of people because those people
they
didn't
didn't
show
know
up.
that.
Yeah, they didn't show, or they thought they didn't show up when they were called, but they were probably at the venue, but they didn't hear that their name was shouted. So it was quite weird or interesting. I don't know. So I think because of that, I think I didn't have to play my first 2 matches actually, and so I advanced like 2 rounds by
Damn.
doing nothing. And
you
then
immediately went 2 up.
yeah, basically. So I think, and then my first match was against, I don't know if you know him, but he's an Italian top player that it's gone a little bit unknown, Sir Sambo.
Oh, I know him.
He's like a really strong Dragunov player, and this was basically my first match. I was really cold. I never played offline Tekken against other good Tekken players, only online to that point. And yeah, I had to play against Sir Sambo. Needless to say that he wrecked me, like, I don't know if like 6 rounds straight or maybe I got 1 round or something, but it was a really tough change from online play to offline play. Because every time, like, he did, for example, a running 2 with Dragunov and he whiffed right in front of my face. I pressed down for 3+4, like Eddy's launcher. And it didn't come out because I pressed it too early, because I was used to the lag that I had to press it like way earlier than I can do it. And I was like stuck in different animations or something. I don't know. I don't know if I whiffed something before and tried to whiff punish afterwards his Y running too, but it didn't come out for some reason. So that's what I wanted to say. And
like
stuff like that.
You just realized how different it is from being online to offline.
I realized it like the hard way, and he realized it, so he could abuse it. Like he could just go in, and I wouldn't punish stuff because the timing wasn't good, and it was just a mess overall. So I lost against him, and after that I was in losers bracket. I don't even know if I played one more match. I can't really remember, but my next match was in losers bracket. I think it was against the Spanish guy who's now one of the top Spanish players, which is funny, who's called Tibetano.
Tibetano, I've played against him as well. He's the geese player, right?
Nowadays. Yeah, right. Nowadays, yes. And at that tournament, there was no geese. He played Asuka. And
Unga Bunga, okay, I see.
it was kind of weird because I feel like we were both like big scrubs at that point.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah, because I was new to the tournament scene. I was playing Tekken already for a couple of years, but
you didn't venture out, and you just like it's so interesting. Like when I went to my first offline in Malta, it was like a 20-man tournament. See, and
yeah.
I dragged my brother to join.
Yeah.
And the only games that I've won, because we play round robin here.
Yeah, that's way better.
I only won against my brother and someone else, which wasn't that good.
Yeah.
And it just motivated me even more to increase my skill.
To become better, right?
Yeah, to become better.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have that passion to say, let me get better at this game, because
I mean, the first step is to actually actively decide to go to a tournament just for, even if it's for fun.
Just take the first step.
Yeah, that's the first step, because once you see what top players can do, because you can see it on YouTube channels and stuff like that online somewhere, right? But once you see it live, people like doing crazy stuff, or people where you were like, damn, I wouldn't have reacted that fast. Jesus, how good is this guy? You know, you get inspired a little bit more. And for me, it was just like I saw my matches after the tournament was over, and because the match against Tibetano was actually streamed.
Okay.
And I watched that later again, and I did so many mistakes. I wouldn't even done offline online, and I was not really happy with my performance there. Even though I won against Tibetano, I won that match. It was also like really spaghetti, like all over the place. Missed punishes left and right, and moves didn't come out because I wasn't used to the timing and stuff. It was just, I don't know. It wasn't good to watch in my opinion. So I watched that back and I was like, damn, I can do so much better. I just want to become better.
Like I feel you in a way because like from a team you might say like Malta's so small, but I've been to like 3 teams already now.
Wow. Okay.
And like to them notice me that I progressed from being one of the worst players arguably in the Tekken scene to one of the best. It's something that really like it just shows me that if people have confidence in your abilities. How do you did not get the punish?
It's so tough to focus on the match as well. Oh shit.
Like to see people actually recognize you and saying, "Oh, your gameplay is good," is something that at least I try for, and most people I meet tend to try for that as well.
Yeah, it's just that's such a good feeling and motivates you even more to practice more, to do even better, and yeah, as you said, like that one tournament I had where I won against Sefi Black and Asim, it was just for me like, okay, you're now entering the level of getting so good that you can compete with these guys. It's not like I said immediately, okay, I'm better than both of those guys, because I'm not. It's just like at some point I can compete with them. You know, if I really want it, I can compete with them.
Like
maybe
he's
even
smart.
win.
He can bleed. He can bleed, and you say, "Oh, okay. If I train hard enough, I can. I can win one round. I can. I can scratch off his golden plaque, and I say, yeah, bro, I did that. You know."
Yeah. Stupid lobbies.
So, my question was to oh my
wow,
God.
what the fuck did that? Punish, what?
So we were speaking about tournaments, like your first tournament, though. Which was your like most important tournament? Like you said you wanted to win, or
I wanted to win, or I wanted to do good at least.
Yeah. Which was the tournament that you said that?
It was probably like probably the 2 tournaments. Like the one tournament where I beat Sefi Black and Asim, definitely. There I wanted to like after doing that, I was just like, okay, I could potentially win the tournament. And then afterwards, I played against DBP, you know, the other German top player, bot player. He completely wrecked me, and I'm just like, nah, okay, not today. It's fine. But I really wanted to win that, or to do really well there. And it was the second tournament of that series. It was called Tekken Mania. And the first Tekken Mania, I got 3rd place as well. So I got
like you got close to winning it.
I got close to tasting victory at somehow. And the funny thing is that in Tekken Mania 1, I also had to play against Sefi Black, and I was the guy who sent him into losers bracket. And we had to play in losers finals again afterwards.
And he did the run back.
He completely destroyed me. He'd like 6-0. No, it was even a first to 3. He just like 9-0'd me or something. So it was like.
Not again, Mosquito.
Yeah, again. It was also just like for me probably like, okay, I did it once in one day, so don't get too greedy. That's already a lot, you know, because nobody else could do it at that tournament. I was the only one sending him to the losers bracket, so that was a big achievement for me, especially at that point. Because like 5 months later, there was Tekken Mania 2 where I beat him again, and I was way better at that point. So it was already like big achievements, and I was very proud of with my performance. And yeah, those were the big 2 tournaments where I really wanted to do good.
Okay,
no. Nice. Oh, almost.
The now my next question is basically like most people nowadays have training partners.
Yeah.
Do you have one? Like, or you
Mm,
don't? Or because like personally, I used to, but now I don't.
okay.
How's your situation when
Fuck.
regard to this?
Sorry.
Ah,
Oh, okay. The randomized 24. So as I said, like before my first tournament, I didn't have any people playing in my city, so I was only used to online. And then I moved to the city where I'm living right now, and from that point we had way more people playing Tekken over here, and I got to meet more people during sessions, and yeah, I made new friends. I have actually one guy in my neighbor city. We played a lot of games offline, but we lately don't really, yeah, meet each other that much.
due to COVID.
Yeah, also, but in general, it was kind of weird because we're just one city apart, and it's not that far, and we never really play offline. I don't know why, but yeah. So he would basically be the only one that I have as a training partner. His name is Merle, by the way. I think you know him as
I
well.
think I know him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And but
I
with
had
other
a
people, I don't really play that much.
I had that Lucky Chloe as my training partner.
Yeah,
It's
Merle is actually a Lucky Club player.
see, it's like it's destiny, man.
But he, the funny thing is, like, once he had, there was a small tournament a couple of months ago from legendary Mihawk. It was just Germans only, and he was at a friend's place because he at his home he doesn't have good internet connection, so he can't play online. So he's stuck with like arcade mode or stuff like that. Or if he comes over, we can play offline, of course. But so he was at his friend's house and he had like online connection, and we played. And with his Lucky Chloe, I don't really have that many problems. But then he picked Geese. I was just like, oh
Yo,
shit, this is so fucking tough, especially with Eddy. Such a garbage matchup. But I think I actually thought to myself, okay, after this, we have to play way more. Like he has to play way more with Geese against me, because I need to get better at that matchup, right? And we never really did that, so I don't know why. It's just I don't know.
He ghosted you, man.
No, it's not like I'm asking him. It's also like me being really lazy at when it
I'm
comes
just
to.
saying, send him a message. Just can we play?
Yeah, like come over, let's play, let's hang out. It's always like, because I also like work full time, and after a long day, I'm just like, okay, fuck it, I just want to be at home.
Yeah, just
play
relax.
some games, maybe
some
stream.
Netflix, yeah.
You know. So I don't really have a training partner. Let's to answer the question.
Okay. Because I've heard, I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
Most people who have a training partner, like which is relatively close to their skill level,
Yeah.
increase their
Oh, nice.
their Tekken ability by much more in overall in with time when they have a training partner
Yeah.
than when they don't. Because I like at least I can. Oh my god! This setup, man, I love it.
I wanted to step a little bit in order to get away, but all right.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
It's going to kill.
Yeah.
Is it going to hit?
Oh
close.
my god.
All right.
So yeah, I think it. Oh my god, I'm still alive. I dropped my controller,
fuck.
man.
That's not my fault.
Okay, so what's your take? Do you agree with that statement, or not? That you have a training partner.
I think like it's probably easier to get, like you probably get better faster than if you don't have a training partner, because like for me, as I said, I only had online before, and when I play offline, my timing was completely off. So I had like no, how could I say, I couldn't compare it to anything that I experienced before. So I had to adjust a lot. And if you already have a training partner that you can play with offline many matches, you can probably you only learn a couple of matchups, because most people don't play many characters.
Yeah.
But if you're going to face those characters in tournament, you feel way more confident because you already had that experience before, right?
Yeah, like if I faced any other Lucky Claw, I was just assured that I might beat them 100%.
Exactly, stuff like that. And for me, it was just like once I realized my timing was completely off, it was just I could probably, no matter how confident I am in the matchup, I'm probably going to lose because I can't punish shit, you know. And it was really tough. So I feel like having a training partner is way better.
It's way better, yeah.
Way better, yeah.
Almost the last question. So
Yeah.
this is a generic technical question, okay?
Okay.
So what are the top 5 characters at the moment before season 4 comes out?
Oh,
What do you think?
It's really so tough to say because I usually don't tend to.
They don't have to be in order. Let's say about
Yeah.
that. So
I feel like
let me tell you mine if you have any problem.
Yeah. Let's hear. Let's hear.
Mine is without any order. Geese, Akuma.
Yeah.
Falcon Ram, Leroy. So there's 4, and the other one is a mix between Zafina or Julia.
And that's really accurate, I would say. I would agree on most of the stuff. So I would also put Leroy and Fakuram on top. There's just like no
questions, yeah.
And then probably Geese, Akuma, and Zafina.
Zafina, okay.
Yeah, so I would tend to Zafina because Zafina is just like maybe it's just like a personal problem because I feel she makes it what's the word? Like she basically negates the existence of Eddy because she does everything that Eddy does but better, and it's just like a punch in the face. So I would say Zafina as a fifth character. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so So last question, okay? Last question. I hope you're prepared for this.
Okay.
How much zoom is good for like zooming around? Like, what's the bare minimum of being a zoomer?
Damn, that's a really good question. I feel like the main man brought the trend, right, with the zoom.
Yeah.
Only because every time he picks up a character, he tries to place it as degenerate as possible. Like when he picked like Eddy or Lei or even Nina, he just plays the stupidest way as possible. I feel like it's fun for the entertainment part, but it depends on the environment. If you're just online, just do whatever you want. Yeah, do it all the time. Especially when you get the chance to play against like a top player. Like when you see him like in as a game attack online, just like I'm going to meme this guy.
Like
do it.
You actively go out and say, "Yo, bro, I have to."
You have to.
Like, you know what? My favorite. Okay, this is bonus question. Okay.
okay.
Bonus question because I've thought of this in the fly. So, what's your favorite zoom move already? Mine is back turned 3+4. It's plus some block. And
back turn?
Back turn 3+4.
When do you get to use that move?
When you're back turn, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Basically, against Akuma, you get to use it quite a lot, bro.
Yeah, against Akuma, yeah, that's true. That's very specific. So what I like to do when I want to troll around, I can maybe apply it right now.
Show it.
So it's crouching 3+4 because you have basically you can do everything about it around it after it. You can just land and relax, or you can. What I try to do is like space it so that you can't whiff punish it because I could just go back, and then afterwards I just try this to provoke. It's just like I just whiffed Snake Edge, but since he has a follow up. And people tend, after whiffing the Snake Edge, people tend to run into that. So you just do this. Right?
I see.
And you get the counter hit on the second one, and you get this whole string guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like the ultimate, like if they try to run in, they maybe already get hit by the Snake Edge or by the second hit.
It's a 50-50 all in, bro. All in.
And the fun thing is you can just repeat that shit, because after doing that, you can just start over.
One honorable mention is this, bro. When
Yeah,
I
of
whip,
course.
when I whip this, I do it again.
But that's just part of it, because if you are here and the people tend to run in, you can just do this.
Because like in offline, when people get hit by this, like when they get hit by double, like the first
Yeah,
one they, and then I do it again.
exactly.
get
Like
hit,
they try to jab you out and they get hit.
That's the Leon special offline. That's what I do against multi-people, man.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. Like, it's even not even that trolly. It's kind of legit, because it's pretty hard to, like, this one is already pretty hard to beat or space out, if you think about that, because there are ranges on block where you can't really punish it, and you can go out by this, and if you get floated out, if you do the sidestep out of handstand, the people like the opponents don't really get full combo out of it most of the time. Like, they float you out of it, and then you just fall on the ground. So it's not even that big of a risk. And you have so many options after, spacing it out. You can just do this, or I don't know, just hold down back in order to recover. It's just
it
endless,
has so many potentials.
Yeah, endless possibilities. And it's so good, especially like online, spam that shit. Before Season 4 comes out and the rollback netcode, just go on a 3-bar connection and do that.
I'll do that, bro. I'll hit you up and say, yo, bro, I got so many counter hits, man. Anyways, thank you so much for joining and being the first guest in Behind the Punish. How did you feel? How was the questions? How was it?
They were really good. They were really good. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I think the format is actually really good, because this is actually harder than I thought. Like, I was just like, okay, playing around and talking while playing. I'm just like, okay, while streaming, I do basically
you do it as well, yeah.
But it's a little bit different if you have to think about it first, and then try to not get wrecked completely during the game. And yeah, I think it's a good format, actually.
Okay.
It was a lot of fun.
Do you have anything to promote, like your Twitch channel maybe, or your Twitter?
Yeah, probably just my I would promote my Twitter and my Twitch and YouTube channel. So on YouTube it's just Mosquito. I think if you search for Mosquito and Eddy, you will find my YouTube channel. And
for
my
Twitter,
Twitch channel,
TK Mosquito.
On YouTube it's just Mosquito, and on Twitch it's just twitch.tv/TK_Mosquito. And I think my Twitter ad is also TK_Mosquito, but I'm not
anyways,
sure.
we'll have all the links down below, bro.
Yeah,
so
we will.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it, Mosquito.
I really did.
I surely had loads of fun.
I did as well, yeah.
We get more people, so they don't get discouraged for me talking a bit in very I can't understand why I have these hiccups in when I when I speak English.
It's like brain farts. Everyone knows it. It's yeah, it's common.
So anyways, see you guys. Hope you had fun. Bye guys.